Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah Ba'ashim Akakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them and taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word and truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. The Aquath that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,001 the hopeful elect of Israel. I am the brother Yahshua, back with the World War III Daily Update. Shalom and salutations to you all. All right, so I'm going to start with peace and safety. 1 Thessalonians 5:3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So there is no ceasefire. Let's see what this says. Open-minded thinker. We're just going to jump in there and large number of IDF soldiers surrendering God. Is that true? What's going on here? So let's get a little intake from there, and then we'll see what BB thinks about this whole thing. Because they're looking bad out there. See, I've been saying this for the last, let's say, 2 weeks. There ain't going to be no ceasefire. That's game, right? That's game. You don't start no damn genocide and then stop halfway through talking about let's make a deal. That's not how genocides are conducted. Anyway, open-minded thing.
The number would jump to 50. Perhaps the most striking element of these reports is the suggestion that Israel would eventually completely withdraw from Gaza. This deal, or something close to it, could have been finalized months earlier. The delay in reaching an agreement came at an immense cost, not only for Gaza, where the loss of life and infrastructure was catastrophic.
Oh, well, they were conducting the genocide. They couldn't just stop. Of course they could have made a deal earlier. You don't make a deal in the middle of a damn genocide. So what is this deal on the table? That's game. Still got 3 days before Trump gets in.
Also for Israel. Domestically, Netanyahu faced scathing criticism for dragging his feet. Hadash Ta'al MK Ahmad Tibi pointed out that the terms of this deal were almost identical to those proposed in May 2024, yet the government only ratified them in January 2025. The May 2024 agreement was ratified in January 2025, he tweeted, a damning indictment of the leadership's handling of the crisis. The consequences of this procrastination are staggering. Israel, once seen as an invincible force, now finds itself battered on multiple fronts. Its economy lies in tatters. Netanyahu himself faces war crime arrest warrants from international bodies, and Israel's standing on the global stage has plummeted. Thousands of Israeli lives were lost, and the country is now obliged to release 2,000 Palestinian prisoners as part of the deal. Perhaps most humiliating of all, Israel will completely withdraw from Gaza, a move seen by many as an admission of failure. The news of the deal spread like wildfire, and Gaza's streets, battered and broken as they are, lit up with parades of armed Palestinian fighters. Videos online showed them marching through the rubble, all guns and grit, like they'd just taken on the world and lived to tell the tale. To outsiders, it might have looked odd celebrating in what's left of a city, but when you think about it, their celebrations make sense. Despite Israel's relentless bombardment and their all-seeing intelligence, the resistance held their ground, kept hostages hidden, and quite frankly, made Israel's high-tech military look a bit silly. It's a
boom. That's huge.
A nod to the idea that brute force and fancy gadgets aren't all they're cracked up to be when it comes to making peace stick. The Palestinian resistance, of course, didn't hold back with their victory speech. They put out a statement saying the ceasefire deal was thanks to...
Woo! That's huge if you're understanding what's being said here. Go back to it.
Was thanks to the legendary steadfastness of the Palestinian people and the fighters in Gaza. Fair enough, considering what they've been through. Pro-Palestinian groups across the pond in America chimed in too, with all sorts of celebratory rallies popping up.
The whole world is watching.
Within our lifetime, a New York-based group declared it a win against imperialism and Zionism, with their leader, Nadine Kiswani, boldly claiming that the Zionist state is on its last legs. Other groups like the Palestinian Youth Movement were already planning a bash in Times Square, talking about Gaza's survival and ultimate liberation. It didn't stop there.
Not so fast, says the devil.
The university's anti-Israel lot took to social media, glorifying fighters and martyrs, calling this victory Gaza's alone, while another group, the People's Forum, called it a big moment in the fight against imperialism. Everyone seemed to be drawing their own battle lines, claiming the deal as some sort of leap forward in the global struggle for liberation. It's all very rousing if you're in their camp, but back in Israel, the mood was far from jubilant. There's a proper row brewing over this deal, especially among families of hostages and soldiers who gave their lives. The Tikva Forum, which represents some of these families, isn't buying the victory narrative one bit. They've called the deal dangerous, saying it leaves too many hostages behind and sets Israel up for another disaster down the road. Their statement was blunt, even for a group that's used to tough talk. They warned the deal could lead to more kidnappings and attacks, accusing the government of leaving people to fend for themselves. We're thrilled to see hostages come home, they said, but this deal is dodgy, plain and simple. They even called on cabinet members to chuck in the towel if they couldn't block the deal. It's not exactly a united front over there, is it? What's clear is that this deal has stirred up all kinds of emotions on both sides. For the Palestinians, it's a symbol of resistance and survival against impossible odds. For many Israelis, it's a bitter pill to swallow, especially for families still waiting for their loved ones to come back. And
The Most High is stirring this thing
the
up.
rub, this whole mess shows yet again that military might and political posturing aren't enough to sort things out in this neck of the woods. Gaza's resistance may have shown its resilience, but the cost has been staggering. On the flip side, Israel's leadership is learning the hard way that force alone doesn't guarantee security or peace. So, what now? The deal might have stopped the bombs for now, but it's hardly a long-term fix. Both sides are digging their heels in deeper, and the rest of the world is left wondering if this region will ever catch a break. It's a ripe pickle, and it doesn't look like anyone's got the recipe to fix.
Yeah, how old is this? 1 hour ago? Come on, you got to do better than that. Because let's type this in. BB and Trump finesse. BB and Trump trick the Arabs. The Middle East, since that's what they call it. Yeah. BB and Trump tricked the Middle East. How about that? 2 days. Trump secret gift to Netanyahu for finalizing Gaza ceasefire. What could that be? 2 days. Did Israel give in to Trump's pressure? So they did something. 1900. Trump's Israel-Iran agenda could transform the Middle East forever. Stalling and lying as the truce talks continue. See, what really happened with the truce talks? Okay, it was a ruse. Where's that word at? Ruse. As hostages. Benjamin. Let's see, deportation. Netanyahu, Trump. Let's see. Netanyahu, Trump. Ruse. And ruse. Did ruse give me anything? Trump's second shock to Arab world after Gaza reaction message. This was most controversial action. Trump changed the calculus. 1 day ago. Let's see. FPV Trump. Who put that? Oh, you know what? That was let me see. That was High Phone, I think. Let me see. Let me see if old Danny is available here. This might take forever. Yeah, it will. God damn. I don't think I asked for all that, did I? No. Slovakia, bear with me. Yeah, this thing's tripping. Still on cold. Should be here. Let me quickly check this. This guy gives me a lot of. Let me see. Israel weak and terrified. China embrace. Lost the war. Nope. Where is it? 8 days, 3 days, 4 days. Nope. I thought High Phone said something about it. Netanyahu lied about peace deal. I'm using the wrong word. News about Gaza. What about the lion part? See this word? Netanyahu accuses Hamas of reneging. So it's a he say, she say. Renege. There's the word. Israel Netanyahu of Hamas reneging. Renege. Okay? What ceasefire deal one day? There's no ceasefire. There never was. There was never a ceasefire deal. Let me see. Slovakia. Try not to go through my history. Let's see. Spoke about a ceasefire. Where's the no ceasefire deal? False miracles. I can't find it. All right, so let me stop looking. The ceasefire was a ruse from the beginning between Netanyahu and Trump. Let's see. I'll have to slow down Trump. Okay, that's IUIC. Yeah, man. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so there was no ceasefire. Netanyahu, how long ago was this? Halts Israel ceasefire deal. There was never a ceasefire. Let's see. Yeah, let's go back too far. So anyway, I mean, just this, Bibi trying to sabotage. How long ago was that? All right. So anyway, I mean, that's basically the news. You know, the World War III is not about to stop. Right. Okay. What stopped World War II? Concentration camps were going on. right? Genocides were going on, World War II. What's different about what's going on right now? Are the players different? Ha! Anyway, let's see. Who's that? Let's point the finger on the way up. Appointed my land, whose land? The Most High's, into their own. Who did that? Who appointed Israel into their own possession? Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all, Idumea, all you Edomites, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their hearts, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Edomites have appointed the Most High's land into their possession. Who did that? This guy did that. That's who you are. You're an Edomite. You stole that land. Like you're doing right now in everybody's face. You're stealing it. Kill and steal. That's all you do. Anyway, with that, we hope that the elect ratified you, brother and sister. Shalom.